Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Tales from the TARDIS Podcast. I'm your host Scott Summers, and today is going to be my commentary of Series 10, Episode 2, Smile. Now, just before we head into this, I'm just going to say there's going to be a few references I'm going to pick up on through this commentary, so be sure to listen out for them. And the only other thing to say is, if you're ready, you're going to want your copy of Doctor Who Series 10 Episode 2 Smile queued up, as I have on BBC iPlayer, and we get ready to play. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, I do love the jokes with these chairs. And Mr. Fantastic reference, just love that. Bill does know her sci-fi and her comic books, doesn't she? Oh, that's a lovely little callback to the Doctor's wife there. It doesn't always take you where you want to go, but always takes you where you need to go. And another little reference in there, stole it, obviously. Long running theme. He did steal it, really. You know, he borrowed it. He does intend to return it. Probably won't. And now we get to Matt Lucas's very brief appearance. Mum. The Doctor already seems to be getting a bit tired of Matt Lucas and Snardal. But this does bring up a very intriguing point. What is this oath that the Doctor has taken to stay on Earth guarding the vault? We just get that little bit more information. And that's all we get of him. Just very brief this week. And now, after that pre-ramble, it's on with the episode. And here we go into the future. This series very clearly from the start replicating the first series with Rose. Start off in the present, second episode future, third episode we see at the end, in the next time trailer going into the past. And a lovely little guest appearance here as we see the smiling emoji bots, as they're called. And I love the visuals of this vast area of crops. And here we get a lovely little cameo appearance from Mina Anwar. Very timely. Obviously, I gave a mini tribute to Elizabeth Sladen in the middle of the week, and Mina Anwar obviously played Geeta Chandra, Rani's mother, in the Sarah Jane Adventures, and we see her here trying to smile her way through giving the news of all of these deaths, and she knows what's happening as we slowly see 2 tears, the robot reflecting it, and here come the robots we see there, came out of the ceiling, and they swarm and just leave her to bones. A very small appearance as we leave there. And obviously this happiness or death, as it is in the robot's eyes, seems a bit like a callback to an episode I've not got around to watching yet from the classic series, The Happiness Patrol, 7th Doctor and Ace, 25th season of the show, I think, year before it was cancelled. Obviously, similar dynamic with the 7th Doctor and Ace and the 12th Doctor and Bill, student professor type thing. Or just again, the visuals from this field of crops, the sky looks amazing. And when they showed the ship, it just looks stunning. And we get another little Comedian Circuit call back there, obviously. Comedian Circuit gets brought up every once in a while. And again, I keep bringing it up, but I love the whole visuals of this. And a lovely little modern day Bill taking a selfie as she walks through her first alien planet. Now I wonder when we will see what all of these things were that happened, why he made that vault, or why he's guarding it. But he obviously doesn't want to talk about it. It's just so nice to see the Doctor, when he's still so positive, sees this building as pure optimism of the human race. I love how these emoji bots are controlled almost by these little robots, but still seem to have so much personality themselves. And wouldn't you just love if they kitted out your ear so it could work as a phone? Although given that nowadays people seem to use their mobiles to do everything except make phone calls, it'd be very interesting to just be able to I do love, I saw this when I first watched it, the Doctor's t-shirt it's just got a couple of holes in it. It just doesn't look too pristine and too nice. That is a robot, you're right there, Bill. With a face that looks a bit too friendly to not be threatening. It speaks emoji. Is there a more modern episode than a robot that speaks emoji? And the badges. The design of the badges, it's amazing. I love how the face is on the other side, so you can never see your own mood, as the Doctor puts it. If you could see your own mood, it would affect your mood. And then the way when they do attach them, just attaches itself to your back. It's a great design. It does, in theory, make a lot of sense in terms of the robots and the civilization they're trying to create here for one of the last groups of humans. It's on your back. Only downside, or possibly a surprising upside to those badges. Definitely feels modern. Just, cubes of jelly. That's all you need, isn't it? Cubes of jelly. Apologies if you heard a phone ring there in the background. Human cutlery. Emojis, of course it was human. I do love how small the pieces Bill cuts of this cube of jelly. It's amazing. I wonder if that is a callback. I'm not sure. But I do love the explanation for why the Doctor has two portions. It does make sense that they would recognise it as two hearts. And I love how the Doctor just doesn't want to give an explanation. Just keeps thinking. And Bill just doesn't understand one bit. It's amazing. And everything the Doctor's theorising at this point, you think, well, yeah, that all makes perfect sense. Why wouldn't it? Yeah. And right here, this moment when the Doctor picks up the necklace or bracelet, I think it's the first time in his mind when he thinks there's something wrong. Apologies again if you heard a phone ring. At least for now, Bill is happy about her first alien planet. So refreshing to see a new companion, new eyes, and that new sense of adventure. She's still new, still young, still amazed. And now the Doctor starts working his head through it. He's found that necklace. And we get the start of the tale of the magic haddock, which just makes me want to eat some fish, but I don't think that's the purpose of the story. Calcium-based life form. Lovely little use of the sonic. Don't need too much of it. Just there. And one more. Yep. And there we are in the 15th minute of the episode. It takes a turn from the perspective of the Doctor and Bill. We saw it take that turn 5 minutes in, but for them it's just happened. And now it's a very different episode from their point of view. Is that a slightly poor choice of words there? The skeleton crew. And yes, it does. That obviously feels like a reference to Heaven Sent, when he was being chased by this veil that only needed to move slowly because it knew it could catch him. The lovely fake smile there from Bill. And again with the magic habit. And another apology for the phone ring. The lovely fake smiles as the Doctor and Bill walk their way through. You have to wonder what the Doctor thinks of the intelligence of these robots at this point. And whether the smile is done enough. And lovely little double throwback there. Wiltshire, the start of Stonehenge, if you didn't know. Scene of the Pandorica opens. And if they go to Aberdeen, slight chance they might end up in Croydon. Or I know the Doctor can get those wrong. Another little Sarah Jane callback there. At this point, I did wonder what the Doctor was thinking until we see that he's just trying to leave Bill out of harm's way. His companions never seem to just sit there. Just soft subject home for the Doctor. But the Doctor is right from his point of view. He thinks there is a colony ship on the way. The only thing he can do realistically at this point is blow it up. But you know, TARDIS has broadband. But then Bill realises it's a police box. They are the helpline. The 11th Doctor was the helpline when Clara couldn't find the internet. Advice and assistance obtainable immediately. And you do get that with the Doctor. See? Happy. Happy, happy, happy. Happy, happy, happy. Happy, happy. The light bulb there for when you think of an idea. There we are. Bill straight back in there. Scottish. Need a Scottish reference for Capaldi in his last series here. He's so Scottish. He is the outline. Oh, you know you do more than that, Doctor. And the wall. At this point, I saw the holes in the wall. Thought they may have just come through the wall, forgetting that at the start of the episode I had seen they came straight out of the wall. They are the wall. All of a sudden, this whole place could just come crumbling down. Another little use of the Sonic there. Far better than the Sonic sunglasses, if I do say so. I thought they did have their place, but the gimmick was maybe played out a bit too much. And it's great to see another new design of the Sonic screwdriver as well. Yes, Doctor, but you did try and convince the Vikings that you were Odin. That didn't go too well, did it? Although that was because of the Maya, but you ended up giving Maisie Williams eternal life. Not too many problems with that. She's keeping Clara safe for now. Somewhere around there. Very simple to open. Although I do love how we see the robot open it later on. You would expect to live in peace, wouldn't you, if you just left the Earth together in a ship? And now the robots are getting worried. I was waiting for them as they all stood up there to almost all take off and start flying. Vardy, much better than humans. No, not going to make any football references there. But yes, robot design, definitely better than human design. Especially intelligent mini robots. And again, not going to make every mini robot reference in Doctor Who and its associated shows because there are too many to count. And it's simple. Come all the way across the galaxy. A map is still a map. You're going to guide me to there. Yes, Bill. And do love how there's a flashing blue light dictating where they are. Yes. Yeah, sure. Allowed. Doctor isn't allowed to do anything. He just wanders through space and time, doing what he wants. While sleeping. Great set design for the inside of this spaceship, do say so. It's the mechanical part of the spaceship. And that hatch triggered the robots to come straight after him. Doesn't that just look lovely? Yeah, simple. Really simple to just blow it up. That is the thing. New companion. Doctor will try and keep you out of trouble, Bill. He means well. Most of the time. But yeah. Snap a photo. Straight off there. Gotta say, I thought about it about as quickly as Bill did. Lovely little... obviously the last humans definitely feel like they had a thing for ancient Egypt. Maybe it makes a comeback. It'll always be nice artwork. I love how the camera pans onto the badge on her back as we just get the expression. And here we are. And then one moment that I thought was almost a bit of light relief there, just the dead expression on the badge there. And here comes the robot, slow robot. I love the keys for eyes, unlock. Thought there's a lovely little touch there. I was wondering how the robot's going to get in and then straight back to deadness. It's flashes of images. You get a lot of history. Definitely good few historians. Stonehenge, Van Gogh there. And violence. The reality of the human race. The most violent on planet Earth. Biggest dangers to us are ourselves. Bill starts to think. And yeah, it's not the first time the Doctor has seen, obviously, the first thing that came to mind for me, beginning in Matt Smith's series, Doctor and Amy encountered the beast below, and they found an English ship, I believe 10, the Star Whale. After a bit more thinking, it did occur to me, Fourth Doctor, Sarah Jane and Harry encountered others who had left the Earth in the Ark in space. Classic episode which I would highly recommend. Part of Tom Baker's first season of the Doctor. Truly amazing. And just as the Doctor he just sees the reflection behind him. And it just grabs on. At this point, I wonder why Bill isn't just running to get him as quickly as possible after hearing this. Doctor's very quick on his feet there to get himself out of any trouble, though, and jam that spanner in there. Oh, yes. Quite what is there another kid doing there? He means everybody. This ship had a lot of people on it. It had the pods carrying a large chunk of the human race. Gradually frozen like they always are. Survivors of planet Earth. Good way to keep most of the population alive. And suddenly they let the child just waltz off. Surprised he stays out of trouble for as long as he does. Yes, it really could have been the end of the human race as we knew it. Ralph, lovely little cameo here from Ralph Little. Obviously, very, very good actor. Been in Royal Family, one of his most famous roles. Little known fact, he also was a voice actor in Doctor Who The Adventure Games. It was an online game where he voiced Guy Fawkes in the Gunpowder Plot game. They were all happy, weren't they? Oh, once again, apologies for a phone call. I think that's a record. And they died, and it does make sense when you think about it. You program a robot to see anything that isn't happiness as wrong, wanting to make you feel happy. So that's what they did. Makes perfect sense. A new robot wouldn't realise what grief is. It sees grief as unhappiness. So straight away, it thinks that is not right, that is wrong. Grief was the plague that killed the farmers and the first ones awoken. Yes, it is, Doctor. Grief can be the enemy of happiness. And the Vardis did what they thought they should. And then all of those people died. One day. Generations in a day. And the magic haddock again. Massacre of one of the last human colonies. The Doctor has to stop it. And as a professor, he's gotten quite good at lecturing over his time. But unfortunately, humans, there is a slight problem with them. They do, we as a species do seem to shoot first, ask questions later. Especially when you're the first of the humans who have gone away from Earth on a ship. What else would you do? You think they're attacking them, you don't understand. You want to defend yourself? Grab a gun. I think they're just going to shoot their way through the robots. There is a difference. Only now she thought about the boy. Yeah, they come, the first group, with their weapons. Conflict resolution now. Really putting the Doctor and Bill to the test. In only Bill's second adventure and her first away from present day Earth. Echoing back to the beginning of the episode, just smile, just try and smile, and the first shot fired. And they're under attack. It's self-defense now. In come the windows and the walls and the ceiling. And fire. live light, another light bulb moment there. Lovely. I love the occasion of the light bulb. Really signifying the genius idea in there. Oh, lovely little chess reference there. Doctor does like to not finish his games of chess. I believe the fourth Doctor didn't finish too many games with K9 and his other companions that he played with. The Magic Haddock, essentially a tale of three wishes. And what seems to be a sad tale of a man, his three wishes. Although it took a very interesting change when we see what his third wish was. That it simply was to not have the first two wishes happened. The reset button. There is always a reset button. And robots are essentially a computer. So he carry on with your explanation, Doctor. Thanks, Bill. He turned it off and on again. Almost feel like that was a IT crowd reference there. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Fixes most computer problems. Reset it or, upgrade patch. If you're the Ninth Doctor in London in the middle of a world war, and you have some little nanogene bots. But anyway, different episode. Yeah. You are going to have to agree to overlook that they killed your people because, as the Doctor puts it, they don't know who you are now. They don't know what they've done in their past. They need to work together now for this brave new world that they've both started together. And just smile. That was what was originally intended to happen on this planet. Doctor. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of them either. Money. Pounds. Just in case you've forgotten what country this was made in. Here we are, back on the TARDIS. Saved another world and set up another section of the future of the human race to hopefully live in peace. Though with that many guns, who knows for a while. And, well, yeah. Yeah, as we know, the Doctor isn't always the best steerer of the TARDIS, and the second occurrence of snow already in this series. You just think they were trying to hide the fact they haven't filmed the Christmas episode yet. But I do wonder, is this the Doctor's bad piloting, or is this another situation of, an elephant standing on the Thames? Or rather another situation of the TARDIS taking the Doctor where he needs to be. as we will see Bill's first experience of the past, as we see on next time trailer. Period costumes, something the BBC always seems to do well. It looks very interesting, it looks very different, and that just makes me eagerly anticipate episode 3. We still wait to get into the real bulk of the series and still wait to see some of those big old villains that we were teased about for this season and series rather as a whole. But as that reached the end of the commentary for episode 2, I thoroughly enjoyed that episode. I will obviously record and put up my official review of it in the coming days. I enjoyed that episode. I think it was probably a bit light on the plot. Wasn't a lot covered in that episode. Probably, I'll talk about this more in my review tomorrow. I probably would say I preferred episode 1, but I enjoyed this episode. I'm still loving Bill and Capaldi's Doctor together. I think they're absolutely amazing. I loved the emoji bots. I will talk about all of that in more detail in my episode review, but I hope that you enjoyed this commentary of Doctor Who Series 10 Episode 2 Smile, and that's all I would have to say to you as you go on your way. Just smile every once in a while. It'll give you a much nicer outlook on the world. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. And you can find me at Tales_TARDIS on Twitter or via email at talesfromthetardis@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. I've been Scott Summers, and I will see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.